Hi everyone, it's Clyde here from Yellow Brick Road, St. Mary's, your local money mentor. Today is all about should I buy or should I rent? It's a question that I'm asked a lot, especially by my younger clients. And my answer is always the same when they ask me. It depends. It depends on your personal situation. It's not as simple as saying yes, you should buy or yes, you should rent. It depends on a lot of things. However, once they do ask me this question, I do follow up with a few questions just to help them decide whether they prefer to go down the renting or whether they prefer to go down the buying. And some of these questions I'll go through with you just to help you make that decision if you prefer to buy or whether you prefer to rent. So the first question that I ask my clients is, number one is, do they prefer stability or do they prefer flexibility? Now, if you prefer stability, then obviously buying may be the better option for you. Stability, you don't have to deal with landlords. You can do whatever you want with the house that you're in. You don't have to move anywhere. You're happy where you are. Then stability, if that is what you want, then go down the path of buying. Buying might be the better option, obviously, for you. If you prefer flexibility, if you prefer not to be tied down to a particular area, if you prefer to be able to move whenever you want and have that flexibility to come and go as you like, then obviously renting might be the better option for you. So always just ask yourself the question, flexibility versus stability. The second question that you need to ask yourself is, obviously, can you afford to buy in an area that you want to live in? Now in Sydney, obviously this might be a challenge for a lot of people, especially when it comes to deposits, stamp duty, fees and charges, and loan structures and servicing. So it's a question that you need to ask yourself. If you can afford to buy in an area that you want to live, then yeah, maybe go down the path of buying. It might be the better option for you. However, if you can't afford to buy in an area that you want to live in, then maybe rent in the area that you want to live in and then buy in an area that you can afford. So a lot of my younger clients at the moment love living in certain areas of Sydney, so they just rent in that area and then they purchase investment properties in areas that they can afford to buy. And then down the track, in a few years' time, they may be in a better financial position where they can actually sell some of their investment properties and buy in an area that they want to live in. So that's an option for you as well. So second question to always ask yourself is, can you afford to buy in an area that you want to live in? And finally, the third question to ask is, how likely will you be living there? So how likely would you be staying there? And what do I mean by this point? So if, for example, if you're living in a particular area and ask yourself, if you want to move to a particular area, ask yourself, do you see yourself living there for a long period of time? So if circumstances were to change, as an example, if you decide to have children or if your relationship changes, would you be living in that area? And if you can see yourself in that area for a very, very long period of time, then maybe buying might be the option for you. However, if you see yourself not living in that area, whatever the reason is, if you need to upgrade your house or whatever, then it might be better just to rent for a shorter period of time and then buy when you know that you plan to stay in that area for a long period. So they're my three questions that I'm always asking my clients every time they ask me about buying or renting. First thing is obviously flexibility versus stability. Second is, can they afford to do it? And then finally is, do they see themselves living there for a long period of time? So I hope that helps you. If you see value, if you've gotten something out of this, or if you have any family or friends that will benefit, please share this video so they can benefit as well. If you have any comments or questions, please write them down below, and happy to get back to you with regards to that. And then finally, remember, I'm dedicated to helping you take actionable steps today for a better financial tomorrow. See you all next week. Bye bye.